Oblique Seville. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I thought Seville was going to be on the podium in 2022. He wins his heat, his semifinals, and then gets fourth in the final. I thought he was going to medal in 2023. He wins his heat, his semifinal, fourth in the final. I'm like, okay, I'm not picking Oblique anymore. So, of course, last year, his final doesn't go well. And I'm like, yep, see, that's why I'm not picking him. And now I'm watching him like, are 3 people going to beat that? So if you want to pick, my pick is I think Oblique is finally going to figure it out this year. I can't believe I'm saying that because I had sworn I wasn't going to pick Oblique again. But he looks so much better. The thing is that, and I know this is complicated for those of you who don't understand the sprints. A one-off race is not like rounds. It's just not. Well, how come it's not? There's a lot of reasons. Psychologically, going through rounds is just different. So many of y'all forget. Did Noah win his first round in Paris? Did Noah win his semifinal in Paris? He lost to Seville. So how's he the Olympic champion? Because there's a budget that you have to make during rounds. I'm not gonna spend all my energy, not just physically, but emotionally. You spend all your energy emotionally in the rounds, you're done. You're done in the final. I don't care who you are. So if you want to pick, you want to go put some money on somebody who has never won a medal before, I think I'm going to have to put Oblique in my picks. He just looks too good. The question is, who's going to be the world champion? Is Kishane going to figure out that last 30 with that rocking thing that he does? Is Noah going to figure it out in time? That to me is the question. So that's my dark horses to keep an eye on for Tokyo. That's a great question. Seville's a dark horse. Stark is a dark horse. Neither of them have won medals before. I think they're going to leave medals with medals from Tokyo. Dark horse. The U.S. champion, the 400, Jacori. I don't see 3 people beating him with as good as he finishes. So he's a dark horse. Y'all can go take this to the better, and then if it doesn't pan out, you can blame me. That's a good question. Dark horse. Seville's thing is psychological. I agree. But I think everybody expects that if you can run a one-off race well, you're automatically good at rounds. Some people have to learn how to run rounds. I had to learn how to run rounds. A lot of other people had to learn how to run rounds. If Kishane wins in Tokyo, you're gonna look back at Paris and go, he learned his lesson. Noah got 7th at the Olympic trials in 2021. 2 years later, he was the world champion. He learned how to run 100 rounds. So there is an element. Some athletes, not all, some athletes, they fall into it and their first time they get a medal or they win. Shit, look at Masai. But I will counter that by saying Masai learned how to run rounds at USA's and at NCAA. She paid her dues. Maybe Oblique Seville paying his dues was being 8th and 4th in the last 3 years. Maybe Kishane paying his dues and learning how to run rounds is, I feel like he should have won. He should have won Paris with the lead he had. He should have won Paris. And it's not to slight Noah. Noah ran one of the most technically amazing races, particularly in the last 60. But I think all of us who understand and love the 100, we go, Kishane should have probably won. Maybe last year was him paying his dues. Maybe. Okay, I'm falling way behind here. He will medal this year. I'd rather pick Oblique than Kishane. Okay. Oblique will medal. All right, a lot of people showing love for countries do their nationals at different times. Hey, you got to ask these federations. I gave my dark horses already. Noah's going to peak at the right moment. One thing you know for sure, when that gun goes off in the final, win, lose, or draw, you're going to get Noah's best effort. It's why he's the world and Olympic champion in the 100. So, Gout in the rounds, I could see Gout making the final. But I think realistically, look, how old is this kid? If he only got to the semifinal, would anybody consider that a failure? How many rounds did Usain Bolt get through in his first Olympics? You gotta learn how to run rounds. You gotta pay your dues in the sport sometimes.
What's up, viewers? Welcome back to the channel. So that was Otto Boldon basically sharing his opinion on how he feels about the upcoming World Championships and the men 100 meters, and that involves the big hitters Kishane, Oblique, and Lyles. And based on what has transpired this year, Kishane would be the favorite based on time because he ran 9.75. But with what we're seeing from Oblique Seville, beating Lyles twice in both London and also Lausanne, running convincing time of 9.86 and 9.87 respectively. Many feels like this year could be Oblique's year. They think he's more focused and he's more locked in. Some feels is a mental issue why Oblique hasn't been able to win an individual medal for Jamaica in the 100 meters. And as Otto stated that every year Oblique Seville seems to be the favorite. He has always put himself in that position, but so far has not yet lived up to that expectation in terms of medaling in the 100 meters. We saw where 1 year he only missed out by milliseconds, where from second to all the way up to fourth place finish with the same time, but he was placed at fourth place based on milliseconds. And of course there were other years, especially with last year, he was one of the favorite, if not the favorite to win, not based on time but based on performance. But he pulled up in the final at the Olympic Games. So yeah, he believes this year he looks different though. And Oblique even stated in an interview, because as they posed the question saying that dating is a mental issue, Oblique Seville is determined to prove that what has been happening with him is not a mental issue, but it's just that his body is not allowing him to go to the extreme limit, basically. So he stated in an interview that he will win a medal, and all his focus is on the World Championships. He's using all that has been said about him on the public domain. He's gonna use that as fuel, as motivation to prove everyone that, hey, I can do this, I can actually win a medal. Because as stated, based on past experience, he has always been in the mix. He has always been one of the favorite, if not the favorite, to win the whole thing. Many believe out of the three, Noah, Kishane, and Oblique, he's the most talented, and many believes he can go even faster than the other two. Usain Bolt backs Oblique, not because Oblique changed with his former coach, which is Glenn Mills, but based on what he have seen, he believes Oblique can do more damage than Kishane. And we've seen a lot of track and field analysts and person who follow the sport share the same sentiment. They believe Oblique is way more dangerous than Kishane, but it's just that Oblique has not been able to get it right when it matters. He's always win the preseason games. He looks good throughout the rounds, but when it comes to that final race, so Oblique will run rounds, for example at the Jamaican national trials, he looks good through the rounds, he looks good in the final, but when it comes on to running rounds at the World Championships, it's just a whole different ball game for him, or at the Olympic Games. But this time Otto Boldon believe Oblique has paid his dues and it's full time now. He deliver, and yeah, he can possibly get a medal at the World Championships in a few days, because it starts on September 12th. So we're just little less than 2 weeks away, we're 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks away, I should say. So despite Kishane running the fastest time, which is 9.75 this year, Otto believes Oblique can be among the mix and possibly can win it all. And as we know, there's a Noah Lyles who always put on a show, bring his best when it matters most. So far, Kishane has only been in one global final, in which many thought he should have won clearly. But as we know, Lyles did edge him on the line at the Olympic Games. So he wants to take revenge on Lyles most of all. But Oblique Seville definitely wants to prove everyone that he does not have mental issues. He has serious injuries that always act up at the wrong time. But hopefully this year he can manage it properly. That's the injury at that, and deliver on the world stage. But yeah, feel free to leave y'all thoughts on this. Let me know y'all predictions, y'all opinion in the comments. And of course, Otto did touch on Gout and his development. You have some believe that he should have already been racing with the big men, the Norway, the Kishane, the Oblique, the Simbini, the Akeem Blake, Christian Coleman. Many believe, based on what the hype surrounding Gout and the press, he should have already been running with the pros, except he's running with high schoolers. But we know he will be running at the World Championships, and Otto believes he can also make it to the semis, as semis would be seen as a win for Gout if he makes it to the semi-final. But yeah, leave y'all thoughts on this one in the comments. That's all for today. Thank y'all for watching. Remember, if y'all new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. That way y'all get all the updates in track and field.